Yeah, I did want to talk about this Kendrick Lamar situation and Drake, man. I
Okay,
feel
what's
like
your thoughts on that?
K Dot, man. He got it. He got it, man. I feel like
How do we got it?
I mean, I think everything that Kendrick Lamar did was like strategic, man. He basically it seemed like he kind of set him up,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the Family Matters thing to drop like
Mm-hmm.
right after. I'm just like, yo, I think that he took time to come up with a few different things, and he probably already knew what Drake was going to say, and
Mm-hmm.
so he had already had that stuff pretty much locked and loaded. So as soon as he dropped, he came right after it. And I'm a numbers guy. If you look at the numbers and stuff on YouTube, he's
Mm-hmm.
smashing Drake when it comes to views, man. It ain't even close.
Interesting. So is the views also as a result of the fact that he's talking about Drake? So Drake is the one that's the real draw.
But wouldn't that mean that Drake's numbers would be up there too, though?
Not necessarily.
I think more people just rock with Kendrick. That's the reason why his numbers is doing so well. And
Really?
they're not
Then
used to hearing. And
how come that doesn't translate when it comes to album sales and stuff? Then
I don't know. I haven't really
if
been
more
able to
people
check.
rock with Kendrick, how come that doesn't translate into album sales?
I mean, if you think about it though, man, Drake is more. Well, he's like a pop star, man. I think more people are gonna buy his album. Honestly, I mean, we look at it right. Children, different people
You know,
or whatever.
I'm not going because it's so funny because whenever people want to disqualify Drake from a conversation, they say, "Oh, sales don't matter." But then when
No,
people want to qualify somebody else, they say, "Well, the numbers matter."
I'm just talking based on this, based on the beat.
Because listen,
Like
listen,
I'm not talking
I
about
don't go,
anything.
I don't go when I'm evaluating a battle. I don't go with popular opinion. I go with my own thoughts. Every
Facts.
time I talk to somebody and they tell me whether Kendrick is winning or they riding a Kendrick train, they always use other people in order to qualify their argument. I
Hmm.
need you to help me to understand. And music is subjective, so this is your personal opinion.
Yeah.
How is it that Kendrick is winning based off of your own observation, not based off of what everybody else is saying or what everybody else is viewing?
Yeah. So I'm one of those guys that I never pay attention to anybody. Like I don't care what anybody says. But I have to be honest. I was kind of swayed a little bit when I started seeing Drake like wear nail polish and all the other stuff. I stopped being a fan of him, man. So
So you got a
I,
personal. So wait. So what you basically saying is that you're not objective and that you have a personal disposition against Drake.
absolutely, absolutely.
So
I'll admit that.
it's no way that you can be unbiased. You already a Kendrick fan.
I
Or
wouldn't say I'm.
let me
I wouldn't
revise
say.
that. You're a
Okay.
Drake. You don't like Drake.
I don't like the way that he's kind of like switched up, man.
So you're not even evaluating this based off of the battle. Every time I ask you about the battle, you evaluate it based off of whether or not you like Drake. I think, but this is beautiful because I think that you are the typical Kendrick fan. I think that you are also more of a reflection of what the culture is because people are. I think that most people are incapable of looking at it enough to be objective to make a real decision. Like, to evaluate it just based off of its merits and not evaluate it based off of something previously that you don't like about somebody or something like that. Like, you're not even qualifying it based off of the battle. You qualifying it based off the fact that you don't like Drake.
Yeah, but I think I'm a little bit different because I think that most people will try to make it seem like it's something else when it's not. When I would come out and say again, I just came out and said my opinion is going to be kind of swayed a little bit because of how he's kind of like switched up. If you look at
Yeah,
most
but
people are trying.
that ain't got nothing to do with the battle. You just don't like Drake.
I just don't like the way that he's moving.
Yeah, you don't like him.
I'm more about his
That has
actions.
nothing to do with the battle.
But I'm saying, well again,
The
what
first
I'm
thing you
saying
said when
is,
you came up, when you started talking about this subject, was about
mhm,
how Kendrick is winning. And then when I
mhm.
asked you, okay, qualify it based off of the battle, you said about the nail polish, You said
Numbers. I
you didn't like how
said
he was
numbers.
moving. Yeah, you said numbers based off of who watched the diss videos or who watched the
Mhm.
diss songs. That don't have nothing to do with nothing that you said has anything to do with the battle whatsoever.
Numbers make more sense to me. I think the numbers always going to tell a story. Again, if you have more people that are sitting there watching, and if you go across the board, like they did a little thing on the Breakfast Club where people called in, and most people were siding with K Dot.
I don't. I'm my own person, bro. I evaluate things based off of my own perspective and my own opinion. I don't go based off of what most people do. You
I hear
cannot give an opinion based off of what popular opinion is. You have to give your own opinion. That just makes us sheep. That means that
I
we
went
not
back.
free. That means that you're not a free thinker.
No, I
You
started
said
with the
K dot
numbers.
one. If you said K dot one based off of lyrics or this or that or he out rap or something like that, then that's different. Okay, cool. I think that music is
So I
subjective.
started
Hold on,
again
Whoa.
when we
No,
were
no.
having this conversation though. I was talking
Don't
about how
switch
he
it up
kind of
now.
made
Hold
him
on.
into a
Hold on.
picture.
No, I let you finish.
Go
But
ahead, go ahead.
you qualifying everything based off of a Breakfast Club poll, what popular
So,
opinion is, that's not a free thinker. That's you doing talking points based off of what everybody else is saying and doing.
but you discounted everything else that I was saying about him painting him into a picture. It was a
Nail
setup from the jump.
polish,
That's one of
how
the
he
things that I
moving,
said.
that don't have nothing to do with the battle.
It most certainly it's a strategy. Well, so why doesn't it have to do with a battle? In order for you to win a
You
battle,
have
it has
not
to always do
said
with strategy.
anything that makes Kendrick great. Everything that you said is based off of what you don't like about Drake.
No, when we first started having this conversation, again, I started to talk about how he set him up. Did I not say that?
How did he set him up?
So he took a while before he answered back. Again, taking it back to the beginning of the conversation when we were having this. I said that he had like two or three songs in the chamber waiting for Drake to drop. So as soon as he dropped, he already had something already ready. So as
Hmm.
soon as he dropped, he already knew what he was going to say.
But what does that have
That's
to
the
do
reason
with
why
the
I believe he
quality of
dropped
the
it.
songs or the lyrics in the songs? It's not just about who drops when. It's about the songs themselves. And again, when you saying this stuff, this don't have nothing to do with the battle. You just talking about numbers, timeline, and whether or not you don't like Drake. You have not said anything that qualifies somebody to be a winner or a loser.
Strategy.
But what about the actual songs? You haven't even spoken to the songs.
So you mean like bring up some of the lyrics and stuff that he was using?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you get it off, bro.
No, that's what I'm asking. Are you asking me to like quote
I'm
some of
not
his lyrics?
asking you anything. I'm letting you get your full thoughts off.
That's it. I mean, that's pretty much that's all I had.
So that's why. So that's all. That's the only reason. That's why he won. That's it.
Yeah, I think that he had a dope strategy. Again, when Drake dropped or whatever, he already had some songs and stuff already prepared. So, and then again, when we look at the numbers, I believe that his numbers pretty much speak for themselves.
All right. Well, listen. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, but big
Hey, I
dog. I
appreciate
appreciate
you,
you,
man.
man.
Thank you guys so much, man, for inviting me onto this thing. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, big dog. I feel like I'm alone in this world, bro. I genuinely believe that I'm alone in this world. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only person that thinks like I think, that qualify my arguments based off of logic and theory and Jesus Christ. Am I off? Am I missing something, Slimmy? Because nobody is actually qualifying their arguments. They telling me about stuff that has nothing to do with the battle itself. Zero to do with the battle itself. And again, listen, I think that everything is subjective. So the thing that make you go, or the thing that makes you, you know what I'm saying, that's good for your ears may be different than things that's good for my ears. But at the very least, tell me why. Don't just tell me that you don't like Drake and that's one of the reasons why you think that Kendrick won. What? And honest to God, this is the typical Kendrick fan. Every single Kendrick fan that I've heard try to qualify their argument, 9 times out of 10, they do it because they don't like Drake, not necessarily because Kendrick is better. And they was automatically going to say this regardless because they don't like the fact that Drake is Drake. This is insane. Let's get somebody else up here. All right, Devin, you get another chance. Go ahead, give it to me.
What do you mean I get another chance?
Because I heard you was on here the other day talking crazy. So you had some time to go and do some research, put yourself together, and then requalify yourself. So I'm listening.
I mean, I don't think I had to requalify. Maybe I need to understand you better and where you're coming from to articulate accurately why I
Why you
believe
got to
Drake.
know where I'm coming from in order for you to say what you got to say?
Anytime you're debating somebody on your beliefs, you should understand where they're coming from so you can break them down from their standpoint to
Oh, this is a
act.
debate. I didn't know we was debating. I thought I was giving you a platform to get your thoughts off.
Well, I mean,
So
you've
you
been
want to?
going
So
back.
you want to? Oh, wait. So you want to debate me?
I mean, ultimately, that's what it is. If you're going back and forth and you're asking questions about what I believe, and you don't believe people who think Kendrick won are right, so I think if there's
How is
disconnect
it a
back,
debate if I'm asking? That's called a conversation. But if
all
you
right,
want
let's
to
have.
debate, then I'm glad that you let me know that. So you looking to debate? Is that what you're saying?
We can have whatever we can call it whatever.
No, I need to know what your intentions are. We're not just gonna call it whatever.
Oh, if you want to have a conversation, we have a conversation. If you want to have a debate, we can have a debate. I'm game for whatever.
No, it's not about what I want. I'm giving you an opportunity to get your thoughts off. I'm trying to understand what you're trying to do and what you're trying to say. How about this? Go ahead. Just say whatever it is that you think, and then we'll figure it out from there.
All right, I'll first preface this with the initial thing with the therapy. I think therapy is good depending on the individual and what they're trying to get out of it.
Mm.
Um, with that, if the person does it is has the intent of always want to be proven right or be validated in their feelings, then I think therapy is not for you. But if you come in there actually trying to speak, like I've been to therapy and it was like I was overseas and everything, so it's like I didn't want to, some a lot
What
of
did you
times
go to therapy for?
it was just like I was going through a lot when I went through my initial divorce. My parents had divorced, and I just needed to like get some stuff off my chest at the end of the day. But
So you just
that's
wanted
all.
to talk to somebody. It wasn't that you actually.
Like I think I do well at processing things myself, but sometimes you need to be able to talk to somebody and not have it like lingering. Whatever it gets dumped, and somebody bounce it off of, it's in the trash and it's not coming back out. So, but that's my thoughts on that. But back to the actual Kendrick thing. I think
So wait,
Kendrick
wait, wait,
won.
wait, wait, wait. Before we go into the Kendrick thing, so you saying that you got therapy because you got to get your thoughts off, basically.
I mean, I just knew I was struggling mentally as far as like things building up, and instead of it like blowing up publicly or in the wrong place, I just made sure that I went to the right place that that I
So
felt like I
you
was
went and
being.
talked to somebody, and was it a girl or a guy?
It was a lady.
Of course it was. And what did she tell you in order to help you get through it?
Um, I think overall it was saying that like overall,
I'm gonna put
it
you
was.
on screen, all right? You
All
don't
right,
have
yeah,
to
go
be.
ahead.
It's up to you.
No, go ahead. It don't matter.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening. Before I get into the whole Drake shootout thing, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I would say the biggest thing with like that was she kind of just like bounced off like my thought process rather than like letting it kind of just like spiral and spiral and spiral. Kind of like stop the spiral and kind of push you in a different direction of thought process.
I
Okay,
only know
okay.
one good therapist, and his name is Ray Sean. That's it. It's only one good therapist in the world that I've ever met in my life, and his name is Ray Sean.
Yeah. I mean,
Other
all
than, other
therapists
than
aren't
that,
created equal.
there is no good therapist. This all the rest of them are scams.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's all about what you as an individual try and get out from therapy. Like I said before, if it's like for a selfish intent, then you're not
So
going to
you
get anything
talk to
out.
somebody, you got your thoughts off, and then what did she tell you?
I mean, just kind of just like at the time it was like I was feeling like more of like a failure, like things were getting tough, it's like it's like things aren't really like kind of just hunting the good stuff with like, all right, things ain't that bad, like you got this going for you, this you like kind of just like regain plan like how you're gonna get out, reavert your attention. So it wasn't too much. It's like it wasn't really that deep, but like I've even done like marriage counseling, and I ultimately I think at the end of the day, I think that was still it's like if the individuals attending that therapy are in therapy for the benefit of not 1v1ing and all this other stuff, and actually trying to go in there for the intent of communicating and figure out ways to communicate, then
Why did you get a divorce?
oh, the first one.
You got two divorces?
No, no, no. I only got one divorce, and that was
Why you
just
say
more
that?
of
Why
like
you say the first one?
well, I got married again, so it's like, so I went to therapy with the first one. Um,
Wait. I said, why you get a divorce? You said the first one? What was you referring to in the first one?
well, I've been to therapy with both my wives. I've been to therapy with the
Why?
first. Well, the first one was more of like I was pretty much done, and she was like, "Oh, I want to go to therapy to save our marriage, yada yada." But again, like I said, that therapy session was
So
like,
you left the relationship.
"Oh yeah, 100%."
Why did you leave the relationship?
Got married young. The person I was married to was just living off of all my accomplishments, not doing, wifely duties, even though I was doing everything I needed to do at home, as far as providing all that stuff. So it was like no matter how much more money I made, it was just going out the window. So I was like, nah.
So why didn't you just say, hey, we're gonna make some different financial adjustments and we're gonna move a little bit differently?
I mean, it wasn't even that. It was like even like to the part of like domestic violence, like putting hands on me because she knew I wasn't like going to touch her back type stuff.
What was y'all
So it's like
arguing about?
what we were arguing about.
Yeah, to where she would get to the point to where she want to put her hands on you. And let's be clear, I don't believe that anybody should put their hands on anybody. What was y'all arguing about?
Um, it was just like just anything and everything within the relationship you could think of, like arguing where it was like money, um, and then ultimately it was like I think the biggest thing was like when I would like it would get too much, I would just like shut down, and then that would just like make her escalate to try to get a reaction out of me, and that like trying to get her.
Wait. Jesus Christ. Y'all didn't have
Yeah.
kids, did y'all?
Oh heck no, I got her that one. She tried. She tried to get me. She tried to get me, but I
She
saw
tried
that
to
one
get you
one.
what?
Oh, it's like we were still together, but I noticed that she wasn't taking her birth control anymore. So I was like, nah, we're not doing nothing anymore. They're like, I just wasn't in the right headspace. I was like, we're not doing anything. So the last stint, cutting it off, I was, tapped out.
So you filed for divorce.
Yep.
Okay, so why did you go to therapy? Was the second wife?
Uh, Overall, just trying to get on the same page as far as communications, understanding. Got married. She's still in the military. I got out, but she went into Korea for a year. So just building those like communication things. Just making sure that we're all on the same page, and that we're not talking at each other, but with each other. As far as that, so I think it was helpful.
So was you having problems before therapy, or was therapy just like an assistant?
I mean, I think never things are never perfect before therapy.
Do you think that you the problem?
I am the problem with some things. Yeah, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect.
No. Don't qualify by saying that I'm not perfect. Because people say that all the time in order to say, like, that's like you going on a job interview and they say, hey, what was a problem that you had? And you be like, you know what? I just care too much. No. You can't use that. You can't.
No, I mean, if you want
But I'm
specifics, yeah,
saying, like,
I mean, I'm
if you
acknowledging I wasn't perfect.
you having a similar issue with a second chick, maybe not as extreme. Is
Oh,
it
it's
you or is it them?
completely different issues. Completely different
Oh,
issues.
okay, I got
And
you. I got you.
yeah, completely different issues. Like I'm happy where I'm at.
Okay, I got you. Y'all having kids?
The plan is to within maybe like a year or so.
You got a prenup?
No.
Why you ain't get a prenuptial agreement?
Um just just didn't happen. I mean, I'm like at the end of the day it's like if the whatever I have I can make it back if like
Oh, okay.
whatever.
You don't see this as a problem?
I mean, I understand your conversation, but at the same time it's like
What do you mean?
it's not like it's not like she's not doing bad for herself either. She's a physician assistant.
What does that got to do with anything?
I mean, it's not like I'm just like it's like some lopsided thing where it's like I'm doing all the work, like she does the work too. So it's like it's not really something that's like I understand the importance of it, but it's like not really stressing me out as far as our relationship.
Hmm. Interesting. You don't think that you needed coaching before you got in a relationship?
No, I think yeah, of course. I think everybody should get coaching before they get in a relationship or whatever. Like I think I think coaching should be a part of life. Like even if you're not going to therapy or anything, I think you should always have individuals like you provide, as far as like mentorship and people talking to you and helping you guide through life. Like I don't think there's any part of your life where you should just like flapping in the wind by yourself.
Hmm. Interesting. All right. Well, listen, that's what's up. Any additional thoughts?
I mean, not about that, but we can talk about Kendrick now if you want.
Go ahead. You can get your thoughts off. You can say whatever you want to say. This is after hours. You got the floor.
All right. Well, pretty much what I would say is I think the guy was trying to articulate that it was pretty much timing and how Kendrick did navigated that. But you're like, oh, it's not about the time. It's about the lyrics. Well, I think when you talk about the lyrics within itself, I think Kendrick has a better pen at the end of the day. Like, if you pull up the credits, it's just Kendrick. If you pull up Drake's credits, it's Drake plus his posse. So it's like when you're talking about as an individual and you're talking about the pen and being able to communicate effectively, then Kendrick has it just based off that alone. But if you want to then also go into how things besides like, all right, Kendrick stepping on Drake's track when he dropped a song like 15 minutes after he dropped one. And you had time to
But
breathe.
the
The
song was
last
trash, in my
okay,
opinion.
that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
Yeah,
But at,
I said in my opinion, the song was trash. I mean, we all giving our opinions.
yeah,
You can't
but as you
disqualify what I'm saying by saying, well, that's your opinion. You're giving everything that you're saying is your opinion right now.
okay, well, it's not my opinion that literally every survey or any poll that I've seen, it's
Every
like
time.
at least
Every
70%.
time.
No,
Listen,
no, no, no.
this
Pause,
is see.
pause.
No, 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 no. I was rolling
That's
with
a
you.
statistic. That's a
No, 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 no,
statistics.
no, 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 no. I was rolling with you because even though we may have a difference of opinion, you just
Let me finish it.
disqualified yourself again.
Oh, no, let me qualify the statement. The reason why it's like that is because once you had the things breathe, now everybody's breaking down the bars bar by bar and starting to see like, whoa, the last thing that Drake just dropped was horrible. Why?
Mm.
Because you just said things that you didn't need to say that are now people pulling up receipts, calling you a pedo, qualifying that you got not saying that you're pedo, but you got some suspicious behavior. Yeah,
So
there.
wait. You do realize that you qualified what you just said the same way that the last guy did by going off of a public poll or an opinion based off of what everybody else think instead of standing on what you think and what your own personal opinion is.
No, the last thing I said
No,
was not based on
I
public
let you.
opinion.
Hold on. I let you finish.
Okay.
I let you get every thought off. So let's dialogue. Let's kick it. You use the same talking points as the last guy, which is very frustrating to me because I would like for people to be free thinkers. See, when I review a video or when I bring a video up on a Millionaire Morning Show or the Anton Daniels channel or whatever, I do not watch the video prior to reviewing it. And one of the things that allows for me to do is have an authentic perspective. And I do not listen to anything that anybody else said or see if anybody else reacted to it because I want my thoughts to be my own. And I don't want to qualify what I'm saying by taking somebody else's talking point or taking somebody else's opinion in order to qualify what I'm saying. And so the reason why this is frustrating for me is because in this social media age, nobody thinks for themselves and everybody looks to be or join in on the bandwagon of what everybody else is saying. If you gave me an authentic thought based off of what you were thinking and that alone, even if it's a difference of opinion in mine, I'm cool with that because I don't want to be in an echo chamber around people that's all thinking the same way. But I have to look at you with the side eye a little bit now because I know that you're tainted. Your opinion is also based off of what everybody else is saying. And that's why you, without me even asking, qualify what you're saying by referencing what everybody else is. I don't care about what everybody else is thinking. I only think what I want to think, and that's where my opinion comes from. I don't understand why do y'all care about what everybody else is saying?
So I don't care. I think this is a result of what's actually being said. So it's like if it's 2 plus 2, I can't sit there and be like, well, I have a difference of opinion on that. No, what was said and what's actually been done within Drake's career and what was said in the actual, back and forth through the battle has been validated with like an objective truth.
So you
Things in
saying
between.
that they've proven that, for example, Drake has an 11-year-old daughter. That's an objective truth.
That's not the angle I was going at. No, that's not the objective truth I was
You said
speaking on.
everything that they're saying about him has been proven with an objective truth.
No, I'm saying things that they're saying about him has been proven as objective truth, not that there
What?
is everything that he said. The specific thing that I was actually going to go into before you cut me off was literally him being on stage and having a 17-year-old girl. He didn't know she was 17 at first, but she said she was 17. Then he doubled down and starts talking about her body, starts touching her, kissing all over her face. The whole Millie Bobby Brown thing. She's 14 years old, talking about relationships and stuff, and you're 30 something years old. That's not weird. So I'm just saying those are facts that has been said, that's been proven. Nothing. And then in the case of what Drake has been said, that hasn't even been proven. Talking about he hits his wife, like that hasn't been proven and is a complete false. So if anybody has said any truth, if you just weigh based off who's been more truthful, Kendrick or Drake, Kendrick has been more truthful, and the things that he and the way he's delivered his whole thing has been more effective. Plus, he's also the way he even delivered his songs. As far as like there was a build up of to the last song where everybody's bumping, even nobody's bumping Drake's last song, but everybody's bumping Kendrick's last song. It was a crescendo
I
into that last.
literally. Oh wait. Who is everybody? So you've been outside and you've been listening to hearing everybody bump your Mama Kendrick song.
You can't go nowhere
Uh,
and not see it.
Have you been outside and where have you seen people bumping Kendrick's song?
What do you mean? It's
What do you mean? What I mean? I'm very, very clear on what I just asked you. You don't get it because I know you're an intelligent person. What I'm asking you is, where have you seen people bumping Kendrick stuff outside? Because I don't.
what do
Because see, you can't tell me this based off of social media because you don't know. You're not outside. What I'm asking you is, where have you seen this? Because I feel like you're making this up and you haven't actually witnessed it for yourself.
what do you mean they're bumping it? They're like, you said besides social media?
Outside, you didn't hear me. You want me to say it again?
It's validated. All you gotta do is say yes or no. Is it
No,
outside of
I asked you directly. You went outside, and who have you heard bumping Kendrick during this battle?
a lot of people are bumping it. Like you can hear
Where,
it
where
like
like no. Where have you seen somebody bumping it outside?
I've actually drove past somebody and they were bumping in their car.
They was bumping in their car. So
Yeah.
you pulled up next to somebody, and what song was they bumping?
This last song that he dropped.
What
Not
was
like us.
They was bumping not like us, and they had their windows down.
No, they didn't. I still heard it.
Okay, that's cool. How many people was in the car?
One.
You lying. You're
Okay,
lying. So
well,
you
why am I
pulled up next
lying?
to somebody and they was bumping Not Like Us.
Yeah,
Where was you on your way to?
gym. That's the only place I go to.
It's all cap, bro. This is all cap.
So
100.
why do you say this
And
cap?
and I
You still
can't
want to be
prove
true.
it, and I can't prove it, and I'm gonna give you that. I just don't believe it.
But at the
I'm
same
gonna
time,
say
it's
this.
like,
At all. At all. Now, if you
but
ask me, I can tell you, me and Mika, and I told the people this the other day, and I can call her right now. Me and Mika was literally chilling at Gillies, which is a new spot that just opened up on Woodward, right in Detroit. And the first thing that as soon as we sat down in our corner booth, the first thing that they started playing was the Drake disc, and it went up.
but before or after Not Like Us came out.
It was on Saturday. We was out Saturday, so I don't know what the day
So
was that it came out.
so before Not Like Us came out, and that was the first like real bumping track that Kendrick put out, far as like club bangers.
Okay, cool. I can't
So,
prove it, but I don't believe you.
but at the same time, it's like you're not going to hear Drake no more. Universal right now is actually trying to stop the beef because they're costing them
How do
money
you
at this point.
know? How do you know this? No,
It's
no, no,
being
no, no, no,
reported.
no, 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 no. Don't laugh. How do you know this?
It's being reported.
By who?
Well, I mean, different people, specifically academics, is probably the closest person to this whole battle.
So you personally heard that Universal is trying to get them to stop the beef because Drake is in trouble.
Far as money, yes, with the whole PDF stuff, it's hurting his brand. He has a $400 million deal with the playing his music with the NFL,
Y'all
Nike.
got listen, bro. Y'all gotta stop capping, bro. Y'all making it up as y'all go, and this is the problem again. And I stand on this. The problem with a lot of these people that come up on these platforms and have these opinions, they are not free thinkers.
No,
You
it's
heard no,
validated.
no,
They're
no, no, no,
both
no,
under
no, no, no.
Universal.
Listen,
Drake's publishing.
listen,
Drake
listen, bro.
is under
Listen, bro.
Universal.
Listen,
Kendrick's publishing is under
listen.
Universal.
Don't. Please, we having a conversation. We just kicking it. Y'all heard another nigga say it, and another nigga told another nigga that another nigga said it, and now that's what y'all get y'all sources from.
But it can be validated.
By how? How did you validate it?
I mean, but by the fact that they're both under Universal and they're okay.
How did you validate it?
You got it. I didn't validate it.
So why did you say it could be validated then? Are you really prepared to debate me?
Oh, you're just saying that nothing exists and it's all your feelings.
No, I'm questioning why you say what you say, and when I deep dive far enough, you can't qualify your argument. You just talking. You asked for this. You said that you wanted to come up here and debate me. And
Yeah,
so
but
I obliged you. And everything and every turn that we go down, you just talking based off of something that you heard another nigga said and another nigga said. And when I say, okay, well, how can you validate it? You say, no, you got
but
it,
you can
fam.
validate
That's
who you
not
can
that's
validate.
not being able to debate me. You can't
But you
debate
can
me.
but you can validate by saying, "Oh, Drake just signed a $400 million deal." Oh, Kendrick
No, no,
Publishing
no,
is
no,
under
no, 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 no,
Universal.
no, 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 no. Let's not move off of the point that we standing on. How can you validate it?
Well,
Because
I'm
you
pretty
just talking off of your opinion, and if you say, okay, well, this is my opinion of it, then that's one thing. But you saying it like it's like you know, and you don't.
I mean, but all you're saying is everything is based off your feeling of I
I don't.
think Drake won because of nothing.
I don't think he. I don't
What?
think. I don't think he get what you're saying, Tom.
I know he don't, but I know he actually get it. He see this is what people do. This is what smart people do because he's smart. He's very smart, and he knows that I know how smart he is, right? But this is the strategy that smart people do. They act like they're deer in headlights and that they're not as smart. Now, I don't really understand what you're saying when they understand perfectly fine what I'm saying, but they know they're in a corner and they don't know how to claw themselves out. And so it's very difficult a lot of times for people to get themselves out of a jam that they put themselves into and they smart. And so they don't want to really be able to qualify their statement and just say, yo, okay, I was off, I was wrong. You got this one, Anton. And
I
so
actually did that at one
they
point.
act like they don't get it. He gets it. He knows what he's talking about. He understands exactly what I'm talking about. Don't you? Come on, let's be for real. You know what I'm talking about. At
I
least,
mean, but
no, 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 no.
you're asking.
At least give me that. At least give me that. You very much understand what I'm saying, but it's just
No, I
difficult for you to
wasn't
be
in
able
the
to
meeting.
qualify
I
your.
wasn't in the meeting in the room. No, I wasn't in the meeting in the room.
No, 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 no. Give me the fact that you know what I'm saying, but you don't. You can't qualify your argument, and so now you feign in ignorance.
No, I
At least
understand
give me
what
that.
I understand what you're saying. I
So
understand what you're
Smitty,
saying.
so Smitty, he just admitted to you that he understands what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
what you're
go
asking,
ahead, keep going.
but you're asking something. We're having a public opinion argument based off what you're like. Oh, what's your opinion? Don't think about everybody else's thing. So I'm giving you a critical thinking thought, and you're just saying, oh, qualify it. But we're having an opinion based thing based off how I feel about something.
No, I thought we was having a conversation. You came up here and said I want to debate you.
Understood, but you said that you
So
said
if
we were
you
just
come
having.
up here and say, Anton, I want to debate you, and then I say, okay, I oblige you, you can't then start to back out saying, oh man, no, this is an opinion based thing. No, this is a debate. This is something that you asked for. And so this is something that you got to dig yourself out of.
And
But
you
also,
checked me by
also,
saying, "Oh, you're just repeating what everybody else says."
but
When I
also
try
too,
to
You
I
give
do,
you,
are. That's exactly what you're doing.
I
okay,
do want to say this though, because like when he asked you, I don't know what your name is.
I said, yo, let's just have a conversation. He said, oh, we can call it whatever. He said,
No, no,
well, let's debate.
I ain't even talking about that one. But when you asked him, where did you hear him play? Where did you hear the Kendrick song being played at? He said he heard one person in the car, and then he said after that was only place that I go is to the gym and back home.
Correct.
So how can you say I'm outside and I hear other people hearing it play, but then you said out your own mouth you only go one place and you come right back home. That's not being outside. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, no, that's a reasonable thing, but like at the same time, is even if I'm going to one place, what's the likelihood if I hear this one place, I'm not going to hear some other places? So you're saying the only place that anybody ever plays the song is in the gym or going to the gym?
No, what I'm
You
saying
could
is,
listen. You could say whatever you could hear it. I didn't even disqualify that. I just said that I didn't believe it, but I didn't disqualify the argument. But everything else that you're saying is nonsense.